Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and I am JohnAvanti, and this is a beautiful sunny day, and what we're going to do today is do a comparison boat video on a Stiger Craft 21 foot and a Parker 21 foot. So Parker and Stieger Craft still make these two 21 foot boats, and we're going to see the comparison. Now one is a 2023, which is the Stieger Craft. The Parker is a 2017. So let's go take a look. Now this is the owner's boat here at the boat marina, and believe it or not, this is a wooden boat with a fiberglass on the outside. Now it's going to be noisy and windy, so bear with me because I'm on a main highway here, so it's going to be noisy, but try to bear with me, and you're gonna enjoy this video because these two boats are pretty cool, and you're gonna see a huge comparison difference. So first off, here is the Stieger Craft 21 DV Miami, deep V. So it has a deep V, and this is the Miami version, which has the canvas in the back. Okay, so this is a 2023. This boat was traded in for a 28 foot Stieger Craft. I was looking over the boat and I saw like big giant hooks in there, so they were probably taking this boat offshore and they were rocking a lot and they wanted to get a bigger boat. But it looks big on the outside, like from here, but once you put this in the water, they look completely different. So this is a deep V boat, you know, comes with this trailer, and this is basically a brand new boat. It's got less than like I think it's got less than 100 hours on it. Comes with a 200. It's got the swim platform, the bracket, and a pilot house. Okay, so here's the Parker. Now Parker still makes this boat. This is their 2120. Okay, so take a look at this and take a look at the Stieger Craft. These two boats are the same price. This is an older boat, 200 motor, just like the Yamaha, both 200 Yamahas. Now what really sets this boat off is that it doesn't have a transom bracket for some reason. So let's take a quick look at the Parker first, and then we'll go to the Stieger Craft. Just the ladder. All right. So let's look at from the top. So what you see is you have seat here, seat on the other side, and here's this gigantic 4-cylinder engine, 4-stroke, right? That's 200 horsepower to push around this boat. And then you have the light bait well right in the middle there with cup holders. And it takes up the whole boat. I mean, there's really nowhere to fish here. So, I mean, would you call this a fishing boat? Looking around, looking from here, you know, two guys can sit there comfortably. There's no seating on the sides here. There's nothing. I mean, they could have put fish boxes here because even if, like, you know, you need a little more room to fish, you know, you could still fish with a small fish box here. You know, you could put a foot up here like that, you know, whatever, and fish. So there's basically this is just, you know, utility stuff, batteries, live well, whatever. You know, this is the little live well. There's a wash down. There's the scupper for the water to go out, and this is where you access for the motor, right all the way down there. You know, the good thing is you got a Yamaha, but it's really small. Like, so if I sit down in the seat, you know, this is it here. You know, there's no handles to hold on. This is a full enclosed enclosure, where the Stieger Craft has that open back Miami. You can get the Chesapeake that has the doors, and it's more money. So let's go inside the Parker, and let's take a look. So the Stieger Craft has a bench just like this, but the difference is that the Parker, you can't open the bench. It has, you know, compartments like this. You know, and that's the way you get in there. You don't literally open the bench, so you can't use this like if you want to put fish in here. Here's your little cuddy cabin. Let's say people want throwing up, or people, you want to take a nap, you want to lay down. It's kind of small, you know, for a 21 foot boat. And this is your helm. Now, the one thing that's Parker, in my opinion, beats Stieger Craft in is the helm. Because when you sit here in this chair, you can drive this boat easier. So the captain, in my opinion, has an easier task. This is more ergonomic setup for a captain than the Stiger Craft, okay? Which is better right here. But then you have this. This is all like places where you can get hurt. You know, if you're going offshore and you're hitting waves and, you know, you're the captain, you could at least like bang your legs in there and break your kneecap off of this. This should have been like straight down. That would have been more comfortable. Anybody in here, you know, it's going to bounce up and hit this stuff. So if you look under here, there's the porta potty. Okay. I mean, you could have somebody lay down on the floor here. It looks like there's enough room if the porta potty doesn't come sliding out at you. So you can see I'm sitting in the helm, and this is very, very comfortable. You know what I mean? I gotta say, I like this way better than the Stiger Craft. We're gonna see how the Stiger Craft helm is set up. Like your controls are right here, right? Everything is right here. But I just don't like this because, like, if you have your feet down here, bam, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? You're breaking your shins, bro. So you basically, I would put like a piece of rubber down here or something like that. So if you do have your feet here and the boat bounces on waves and your feet somehow bounces, you're not gonna smash your shins on here. Does anybody own this boat and have smashed their shins on the helm here? Please let me know. I would love to know that. All right, so another thing that the Stiger Craft and the Parker have in common is, you know, windshield wipers on both sides, which is good. You know, the windows open, carpeted interior, which is good and bad. I mean, it is a sort of an insulation. It makes the boat a little quieter, which is nice. Okay, you got that little curtain. But, you know, the other really bad thing I don't like about the Parker is this step. I mean, and there's no way to hold on in the boat. So, like, if you want to come out of the boat, for instance, you can't hold on. Like, you're pretty much like rocking back and forth, right? If you're in a boat, especially this size, you're going back and forth, and there's nothing to grab onto. Not only that, you have to get up over this fucking step. This is a big step. That's like almost 20 inches. So you're like rocking, right? I mean, I'm rocking the boat, okay? All right, get out here, fish on. Boom, and you're like stumbling over the step. And then look at here, like you can, you know, you could easily get hurt in this boat. That's why I would not buy this boat. Unless I got it super cheap. Now, they're selling this boat with a trailer, with this everything, $59,000 with basically a brand new motor on it, no warranty. Parker needs to step up their game if they want to compete with Stiger Craft, because these boats are basically the same price new. This boat is $59,000 new, used, a 2017. These two boats are comparable price because that's a 2023. So, you know, that's $104,000 with radar. You know, maybe the Stigers are at a lower price point, and this boat has wood in it, so they still put wood in the hull. There's still like wood stringers, versus Stiger Craft is all composite, and that's why you got the fish boxes on the deck, and here there's no fish boxes. I mean, where are the fish boxes? You know, somebody please show me a fish box. If you put a cooler right there, there's no way you're gonna sit. I mean, you'd have to put the cooler up here and strap them down and get something that fits in there. So if you went out, let's say you want to go tuna fishing, you know, let's say you took this boat out 20-25 miles, you need a huge bag to put the fish in. You can't put it in that because that seat doesn't come up. So this is really, I don't see who would buy this boat, you know. But the only pluses about this boat is it has the full rear enclosure, so you could put heat in there and maintain heat and this and that if it's cold out. And I like the helm of the boat. So let's go into the Stiger Craft. So you can see it has, for a 21-foot boat, trim tabs, swim platform, and on a transom bracket, which kind of adds flotation to this. And the Yamaha is on here. Now they say that having the motor further behind the boat gives the motor an easier time propelling, pushing the boat. That's what they say. And this motor is still warranted to 2028. This boat weighs 4,900 pounds with the motor dry. Okay, so let's walk in. It's got a beautiful color, where the Parker has the same old boring, you know, cream color. So we're gonna step in, right? And bam. Okay, so you can see how I am sitting inside the boat. So my feet are kind of dangling. I have really nowhere to put my toes, right? So I gotta keep my feet sort of like tucked in here, and I'm just bouncing around. The seat is pretty comfortable. Okay, you can see it's not too bad. It's pretty comfortable, but I'm just like up here. Now the steering on the boat is all the way down here. So if I'm sitting in the captain's chair, it's really hard. Like, I have to reach out. Now, if you're a taller guy, you have long arms, this may be all right for you. But for a guy like me, I'm 5'11", this to me is uncomfortable. You know, I think Stieger Craft, I mean, if you're watching this video, you should definitely raise this helm and put it up here so you can just look straight out. You don't have to, like, you know, it's like a car. I mean, people are used to driving a car. Don't make this like driving a boat, make it like driving a car. So the Parker definitely is better at, I would say, navigating the boat. It's more comfortable. You know, even though like this has a more fancy seat, you know, look at the stitching on this seat. I mean, it's very, very nice. You got armrests, you know what I mean? You got armrests, you got this. So this goes up, you know, needs a little oil, right? So you're paying a lot of money for that seat. That's including the price of the boat, but it's almost the same price as the Parker. And then you have this. This is where you put your feet. Okay, right there, and that goes up too. And then you have compartments here for tackle, you know, whatever. But the good thing about the Stiger Craft is, hello, you know, you have all this room to be a fish box. I mean, if you can't get a big fish in here, you could probably have this customized and cut it out a little more, and you can use this as a fish box. I mean, you can. It's not insulated, but it does have a drain plug down there. So they did say, well, if water's in there, let's drain it out. Now, this boat also comes with an optional seat in the back, a big armrest, a big backrest, and gunnel pads. All right. So the guy whoever bought this originally, or when they bought the boat, the people who sold them the boat, they didn't have all that installed from the dealer. All right. This does have a wash down, and you can see all the room back here. You got a fish box in the floor, right? All right, where Parker has no fish box. Look at the size of that fish box. Okay, you could put some decent sized fish in there, and a lot, right? And there's the drain, and then you have another fish box that will work also as a live well, because here's the thing for the live well, and that's huge, huge. Then you have rod holders here, rod holders there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 rod holders all the way around, and then you got these that are installed from the factory. You know, here's your antenna. This is a used boat, 2023. This is $104,000 with radar. Come on, this is a pretty good deal of a boat. And then now this is for the canvas. I'm not sure if they got the canvas or not. And then here's another compartment. You know, you could probably store life jackets, all kinds of shit in there. Well, you can't do that with the Parker. You know, you got here, you know, tackle box, you know, another little box. Yeah, this is a much better design of a boat, except for like this part. I don't really like that, but I would feel more comfortable with this because there's no step as well. So if I open that up and I break this out, you notice there's no step. You know what I mean? And it's not open either, but you have cup holders here that the Parker has no cup holders. So you got 1, 2, 3 cup holders, and the controls are like on the side and around, and you don't really use these a lot. This boat has a windlass that was installed from the dealer. You know, whoever bought this boat, the Parker, the dealer didn't install a windlass. You have to put your own in. And it's pretty nice. It has the window there. You can open up from the inside. And this is pretty big. There's a porta potty, so you can basically go in there and close the door, right, and have privacy. And this just comes up. There you go. Look at that. It's got the porta potty underneath, and you could use that too. You could throw fish in there. I don't see why not. I don't think on the sides there's any storage, but there's your anchor storage right there. You got windows on the side, just like the Parker. You can't take that away. So I mean, even though like I'm not crazy about this, to me the Stieger Craft wins hands down. Hands down, you know, for 21-foot boat. I mean, look at all the room you got. Not only that, you could go out and just bring chairs, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you really want to, you could put 2 sunbathing chairs out here. And if it's very, very calm out, somebody can lay up here, right? And sunbathe. Yeah, this is just a fabulous boat. There's your fuel fill. You know, it's nice and blue. I like the blue. You got handles here. So when I was talking about the Parker, that if you're in the boat and it's rocking and you want to move around, you have a grab handle here. So you could actually go and hold on to this handle and not fall into the captain or slip or whatever. You know, you got a handle. Okay, now if you're sitting down, you can actually like hold the handle like that while let's say the boat is rocking. You know what I mean? Maybe they could have put some other handles, but you know, you can hold on somehow, like if you're out with the guys and gets a little rough out. But this Steiger is a great boat. I mean, for $104,000, you get sonar, you get a ton of stuff, you got a lot of fishing room. And like I said before, the reason why these guys sold this boat is because they wanted a bigger boat to go fishing. Now this is another compartment. So they put this here, so if you have this open, the fish don't go sliding underneath there. But that's how you access the billage and all of that. Where on the Parker, it's in that hole that you gotta like go all the way in, and maybe you can fall overboard like that. It is sort of like a closed transom. You're not gonna fall over because it is closed, not like the old schools where the motor's right on the back of the transom. But this is a fully enclosed transom. You could see how my legs are on the gunnel. This is really high. You know, this is a high gunnel. And you know, this is a great boat. I mean, this is a safe boat. So is the Parker. I mean, I've heard guys go out on Parkers where they said it was the weather was so bad that the waves are slamming it, and the Parker held up. You know what I mean? It just held up. It's probably higher. It seems higher because, like I said, this is on a trailer, and the Parker's not. But this for $104,000, you got a trailer, the radar. This $59,000, you got a Parker, and you got to get your own trailer. It's got, you know, basic gear, and this is like mainly for like 2 people. That boat, maybe 3, you know, because it's not a comfortable boat. You're not gonna fish comfortable on that. In my opinion, like this is a safer boat. It's got higher gunnels. It's got the enclosed transom. Has a transom bracket, swim platform. You can have more fun. You have, you know, grab handles. It's just, you know, a better designed boat. You know, the windows seem bigger than the Parker, because look at the window here. Just had a measuring tape, and then you look at the Parker. Yeah, it's a smaller window, you know. But the Parker seems a little more comfy because it's got the carpet and everything. But you know, you don't really need that. And these things are for like grab handles for the canvas. So you roll up the canvas and then it kind of like hooks up out that way and then it hooks in. You know, so this you get the lights, you get the radio, I mean you get everything. Quick look at the hull of the boat, of the Parker. I mean, do they look similar? You know, because a lot of these manufacturers are in the same area and they may share the same hull. I don't know. But this is the Parker hull. You know, they're both deep V. This is a deep V. You know, they both have those lines. We're going to take a look at the Stiger Craft. Right? I mean, they're... All right, so let's take a look at the Stiger Craft. So they're basically both the same style hull. The Stiger Craft, you know, from this perspective seems a little wider than the Parker in a 21-foot boat. You know, if you can get that perspective. The Parker does seem a little, the Stiger Craft does seem a little wider on the bottom than the Parker. It's got like a bigger bulge on the bottom versus the Parker's a little more sharp, you know? So I would say that both of them will cut through the wings, but you're gonna get a firmer ride in the Stiger Craft. I'm not sure how much the Parker weighs. I don't think it weighs as much as this. It may weigh like 3,800 pounds. You know, this is 4,700, 4,800, you know, with the motor, the transom bracket, and the swim platform. And don't forget the wood must weigh more than the composite. So maybe they're close to the same size. You know, there's no grab handles on the top versus the Parker has grab handles. There's no side railings on either one. That's probably, you have to go to the you'd have to go put them in yourselves. The trim tabs are tucked in, and the trim tabs are not tucked in. Okay. Now, if this boat ever had a transom issue, right? You know, it'd probably be more expensive to repair the transom on the Stiger Craft because you have the tucked in trim tabs, you have the transom bracket. It's a bigger transom, you know, looks like it. They have 4 scuppers. You got 4 scuppers here, and this is a small transom. I mean, there's no swim platform. There's a little ladder to get up. That's like a cheap ladder you can buy on Amazon. It's not really an expensive ladder. I'm not sure if these trim tabs are electronic. They probably are with all the buttons inside. But yeah, this is the Parker. You know, the rub rail, you know, seems sturdy. Still looks like it's in good shape. And I think this boat here, the Stiger Craft, is made in Long Island, New York. So it's designed for bad weather, because here in New York and New Jersey, we get pounded. You know, if you got to have balls to go out there. And this boat, maybe to go 100 miles out to the canyons, the deep canyons, it's probably a little bit too small, but that's on you. You know, some guys will do it. They want to catch that big tuna, that's what they do. Guys, this is JohnAvanti. Want to thank you guys for watching the video. Stay tuned for more videos, and take care. Peace out. God bless you. And say hello to somebody and wish somebody happy birthday.